Good day. My name is Wilma Cacayan. So for today's video, I will discuss the topic about the labor laws, the chapter 13. So the learning objectives is enumerate the classification of employees that benefits, privilege, and the policies affecting them. And next is identify some best practices in handling human resources and tourism establishment. Next is identify the procedures in handling sexual harassment in the workplace. And the next and the last is to explain the rights of workers employed in tourism establishment. The constitutional provision of labor refers to the legal framework established within a country constitution to protect the rights and interests of workers. These provisions are essential in ensuring that all individuals engaged in the workforce are treated fairly, have their rights respected, and provided with appropriate protection. So the constitutional provision of law typically encompasses various aspects aimed at safeguarding not well-being and dignity of workers. So one of the fundamental aspects of the constitutional provision of labor is the recognition of the right to fair wages and equal pay for equal work. So this principle ensures that workers are justly compensated for their labor and irrespective of factors such as gender, race, and disability. So, by upholding this right, the Constitution aims to prevent discrimination in wages and promote economic equality. So, the constitutional provision of labor law includes the rights to safe working conditions. Employers are obligated to provide a work environment that is free from hazard and risks to the health and safety of employees. So measures such as occupational health and safety of employees and measures such as occupational health and safety standards, training programs, and access to protective equipment are essential components of ensuring workplace safety and preventing workplace accidents. So, furthermore, the constitutional provision often recognizes the right of workers to organize and engage to collective bargaining. So, this allow employee to form the trade unions, negotiate with employees, and advocate for their interests collectively. Through collective bargaining, workers can address issues such as wages, working hours and benefits, and overall working conditions, so thereby contributing to a more equitable and harmonious labor management relationship. So, constitutional probation is prohibit forced labor and child labor, ensuring that all work is voluntary and performed by individuals of legal working age. So, these provisions are as crucial is in protecting vulnerable groups such as children and migrant workers from exploitation and abuse. So, by prohibiting forced labor and child labor, the Constitution aims to uphold human rights and prevent the exploitation of individuals for economic gain. So, the last is the constitutional provision of the workplace is a crucial of safeguarding the rights and interests of workers by enshrining a principle such as a fair wages and safe working conditions and the right to organize and protection against discrimination. So, the Constitution establishment as a legal framework that promotes the dignity, well-being, the rights of individuals engaged in the labor force. So these provisions serve as a cornerstone of just equitable society, ensuring that labor practices uphold right and promote social justice. Next is the employees can be classified into various categories based on their employment status, nature of work, and terms of employment. So here's some common classification of employee. Number one is regular employee. So regular employee are those who are hired by a company or a permanent basis and entitled of benefits such as job security, health insurance, and retirement plans. So these typically work full and have ongoing employment with that company. Next is the casual employee. So casual employee are hired on an as needed basis to fulfill temporary or short-term work requirements. So they do not have the same level of job security or benefits as regular employees and are usually paid on an hourly or daily basis. Next is the seasonal employees. So seasonal employees are hired to work during specific times of year when there is increase in demand for goods or services. So such as during holidays or peak season. So they are employed for a limited duration and may be rehired during the same season and subsequent years. Next is the project employees. So project employees are hired to work on a specific project or assignment with a defined start and end of that. So their employment contingent on the completion of the project and may involve specialized skills and exercise. Next is the probationary employee. So, a new hire who undergo a probationary period to assess their suitability for a permanent position within the company. So during this period, the employer evaluates that employee performance, conduct, and fit with the organization before making a decision of permanent employment. Next is the employment for a fixed term. So employment for a fixed term are hired for a specific duration, often to fulfill temporary or seasonal work. So requirements, their employment contract or specify the start and end of that or employment relationship. So next is the overseas Filipino workers. So overseas Filipino workers are Filipino citizens who are employed in a foreign country. So often in roles such as domestic helper, healthcare worker, or skilled professional. So they work abroad to seek better employment opportunities and provide for their families back home. Last is special work. So special work are individuals who employ the specialized or unique roles that may require specific qualifications, skills, or expertise. So this category may include positions such as consultants, freelance workers, or independent contractors. So each classification of employee may have different rights, benefits, and a relationship based on the terms of their employment contract and relevant of labor laws in jurisdiction. So it is important for both employers and employees to understand the classification of employment to ensure compliance with legal requirements and to protect the rights and interests and parties and involved is the benefits, privileges, and policies can significantly impact employees' overall well-being, so job satisfaction and quality of life. So, number one is the minimum wage. Minimum wage policies set the lowest hourly rate that employers can legally pay for their employees. So, this ensures that workers receive fair compensation for the labor and helps protect against exploitation. So, next is the collective bargaining. So collective bargaining refers to the negotiation process between employers and labor unions to determine the terms and condition for employment. So this process allows workers to collectively advocate for better wages, benefits, and working conditions. Next is the Labor Management Council. So are established to facilitate communication and cooperation between labor unions and management within an organization. So this council help address workplace issues, improve labor relations, and promote a harmonious work environment. Next is a maternity and paternity leave. So it provides employees with time of care of newborn child or with a newly family member. So these policies promote work-life balance, support family well-being, and ensure that health and welfare for both parents and children. Next is the union rights. Union rights protect workers' ability to organize, join, or form labor unions to collectively address workplace issues and negotiate working conditions and advocate for their interest. Next is the strike and lockout. So when you say strike is involve the workers temporarily casing work or form of protest of negotiation too. So while lockouts occur when employers prevent employees from working during a labor dispute. So these actions are protected under certain conditions to assert workers' rights and negotiate better terms. Next is a service charge. Service charges are additional fees added to a customer bill in the industry such as hospitality or food service. So proper distribution of service charges, including sharing with the employees, and mandated by labor laws to ensure fair compensation for service workers. Next is the employment contract. So, outlined in the term of condition of employment, including job duties, compensation, and benefits and other essential details agreed upon by the employer and employee. So, this contract help clarify an expectation and protect the rights of both. Next is the death of benefits. So death of benefits provide financial assistance to the surviving family members of dependents of deceased employees. So this benefit these benefits offer support during challenging times and help ensure the well-being of deceased employee family. Next is the last is the health benefits. So health benefits such as medical insurance, dental coverage, and wellness programs support employees' physical and mental health needs. So access to quality healthcare can improve the employee well-being, productivity, and job satisfaction. So these policies and benefits along with other like drug testing, retirement plans, uniform policies, and social security contributes. So SS, telehealth, pag-ibig play a vital role in shaping their overall work environment. Employee satisfaction and well-being. Employee must be adhered to relevant labor laws and regulation to protect employee rights and foster positive and inclusive the culture. Prohibit unfair treatment of different treatment of individual based on a certain characteristic of traits. So discrimination can occur in various settings, including the workplace, housing, education, and public accommodation, and may be based on a factors such as race, color or ethnicity, gender, age, disability or religion, or national origin, sexual orientation, or marital status. So these objectives of law against discrimination is to promote equality, so protect the rights of individuals from unfair treatment and ensure equal opportunities for all. So this law aims to create a society where everyone is treated with respect, dignity, and fairness regardless with the background of the personal characteristic. First, the participation of women in the workforce. So both in formal and informal sector across various industry and occupation, disemployment women has been a significant societal and economic issues with the recognition of the woman rights to work and contribute the economy gaining importance of the years. So the employment of women is not only a matter of basic human rights but also as critical component of economic development, social progress, and gender equality by empowering you women to enter and thrive in the workforce. So societies can benefit from the diverse talent, skills, and perspective that women bring to the table. Refers to the unwelcome or inappropriate conduct of sexual nature that create a hostile, so intimidating or offensive work environment. So this type of behavior can be include verbal, physical, or verbal action that are sexually suggestive, derogatory, and discriminatory in nature. So sexual harassment can occur between individuals or different genders and position within a workplace and can have serious negative consequences for both victim and organization. Best labor practices in tourism establishment are critical promoting by a positive work environment, ensuring that well-being employees and maintaining high standards of services and service delivery. So these practices encompasses various aspects of employee workplace and culture and employee relation. They are essential for a long-term success as sustainability tourism and business. So by adapting best labor practices in tourism establishment, organization can create a positive workplace culture and attract and retain top talent and to enhance service quality. So to contribute the overall success and reputation of the business, prioritizing that well-being empowerment of employees build as a foundation of a long-term growth and customer satisfaction and sustainable business practices with the tourism sector. Labor law, also known as employment law, refers to the legal statutes and regulation that govern the relationship between employers and employees. So it is cover various aspects of the employment relationship, including wages, working condition, discrimination, harassment, and workplace safety. So labor laws typically address wage and hour regulation, including minimum wage, overtime pay, and break. So They also dictate the condition of employment such as the right to a safe work environment and ability to organize and engaging in collective bargaining. So, labor law also prohibit discrimination in the workplace based on the factors such as race, gender, age, disability, or religion. So, they also protect employees from harassment and retaliation for exercising their legal rights, and overall the labor law are designed to ensure the fair treatment and protection for employees in the workplace, as well as to regulate the conduct of employers to create a more equitable and safety working environment. On what you do, but how you do it. Edwin O'Connor, and a BSHM 3A.